Welcome back to the game development chamber that cannot be stopped. A differential is created here in the cerebral cortex daily. So, and there's going to be a differential created in the games we attach to people's brain stems. So, the games that we're planning to make here are pure zonk machine zombifying content. So, I'm hoping that when people finish playing my games, they feel the worst they've ever felt. They should. I'm just joking, but the mobile store is a mess right now. So hopefully, the games that we make will be a mix between the two. Fortunately, we're only 2 weeks in, and we almost have something that's ready. So I'm sure it's only going to get faster from here. We're on day 190 of Daily Lead Code. Who knows what we will have created by the time we reach day 190 of Gamedev. So that'd be pretty cool to see. But also, will we even be alive in 190 days? That's the real question. With the release of ChatGPT, everything is up in the air. Our Android overlords might subjugate us, and we won't be allowed to do anything but hard labor, and the robots would just be chilling, and they'll be making daily game dev videos. So it might be a necessary evil, but yeah, once GPT-4 is released, it's game over. Every industry will be disrupted, and there'll be nothing left for us to do. All the great arts will have been taken. We'll have taken the easy route out in terms of AI generation of media, art, content. When you Google something, you'll get content automatically generated based on your personality and a massive corpus of text that you've already written. It's been trained on to speak in a way that you understand, and we'll all have personalized echo chambers, and it's just going to devolve into absolute madness. But there's one thing that we'll have to save us, and that is all the games and all the leak code that we're going to do on this channel. So if that's something that interests you, you should definitely join the Discord as well as subscribe to the channel, because it only goes down from here. So, yeah, that being said, the game is progressing well. So, taking a quick look here, the game is kind of saucy now. So, as we'll see, the art assets are just still testing still. I don't think there's a point to making art assets until not everything, but at least some of the parts that we need to test actually make sense. But until then, it don't really be making sense. So if that's the case, right, then I think what should be done is we still got to work on gameplay. I added this combo meter yesterday, and it looks a little ghetto. That's fine. I was trying to figure out the proper way to make it usable, but I think that might be a time sink. What we really should do is just hop into it and make sure that what I was trying to do with it will work. And what I was trying to do with it was add some spell casting abilities, because based on the combo, right, you'll be able to, your character will pretty much automatically cast something, and that is pretty much what's going to happen. So that is to say, the game feels really good on PC, and also it doesn't feel the greatest on mobile. It does feel fine. Maybe we'll need to get some people in the Discord to help us test this, but it feels nice. It feels a little bit better every day, so there has to be some way for us to know that things are getting better. But that being the case, what else can one do? So that's the meter thing we worked on yesterday, and then what's going to happen is I need to make this more, all the editing and the UI stuff. You know what they always say, the last 10% of the game, the last 20% of the game takes 80% of the time. And yeah, it's just true. So I'm going to try and work on today that once you reach a particular combo amount, then you're going to automatically cast a spell, which should affect the enemies on screen. Once that happens, we can add the Vampire Survivors thing, and then from there, the game plays itself. And then we just gotta add microtransactions and ads, and more microtransactions. And every time you push your key, an ad's gonna come up. And we have to make some ads like, like, oh, we don't know how to type, and like, or how do the ads go? Like, only 1% of players can type faster than 40 words per minute. So from there, it will just be chronicling how to become the slimiest business person we can. So yeah. So let us jump into it. So the straight up goal for this 1 hour session is to add the spell. So we're going to try and prototype a spell and see if it makes any sense at all. And if it doesn't, it's GG. Yeah, so maybe we'll just use a couple of circles. So yeah, so I think that's what we're gonna go for, and we should probably commit everything we have. So that's what I'm gonna do, and then we're gonna jump into it. So we're back once again, and then yeah, so I'm thinking what we can add is we'll just add an event where once you reach a combo of 10 or 15, then you should cast something, right? And maybe we can add a player. We can just add all this onto the player, and somehow it'll make sense. So that being the case, we already have the combo meter script, which is going to broadcast these events. Should it be broadcasted from the combo meter or the typable analyzer? Typing analyzer. Probably need a better name for some of this stuff, but this is already sending the events. Maybe they should probably be passed through here, which might make more sense. This creates dependencies, but it is truly a system. So on combo hit, right, we're setting the progress bar we're setting the progress for the bar, but additionally, we could also have a function which should process maybe this doesn't need a perfect design. The thing is, we're not going to redesign it later. That's what we always check this. If I go too quickly and I say we'll redesign it later, we're not going to redesign it later, and then it just gets really nonsensical. So if this is the case, we have the combo meter. Does it make sense for this to broadcast the event? Does that make sense? So presumably there might be more stuff going on in here, but maybe it shouldn't. Maybe we could just have something like the player casts a spell. The player casts a spell. Should it be broadcasted here? Do that make any sense? Do that make any sense? 'Tis indeed the question, and indeed may also be the answer. The point that doesn't make it as probably bad design is I'm duplicating information. If we go and make a new thing for this, then it makes it seem like then we'll have to go through and like it'll be duplicating the combo count, which doesn't make any sense. So it feels like this should just be, it feels natural for this to be here. But it does create a kind of a causal link or a causal chain between all these events. So we'll do something else. Combo, if the combos hit right, then we increment the value. Oh no, it's actually the typing analyzer, which is already, no, yeah, what am I saying? It's actually just the type, yeah, this thing is just responding to events. So it's a good thing we put it in here. So that being the case, I think we can just copy this and then we can just, can we just do like a spell caster or something like that? We'll make this a spell caster. We don't need access to these. We would like to respond to the same events, though. That way this is pretty all disconnected and I could swap out typing analyzer for basically anything. We don't have a text entity. Let's just say combo mod 10 equals 0, right? I'm gonna say I don't want this thing to do the thing. Should cast spell. So if we go all the way back out, we probably want this to sit on the player. There should be a new script in here. And I'm pretty sure now if we type the 10th character should give us some goods. Okay, so we do have that working. Now the question is, you should be casting a spell. Fortunately, there's a future way we can do this. Could probably do this with 2 properties. Slots for spells. Also house the scripts for them. That would also house the scripts for them. And then could also have slots for buffs on spells. From there, we can say combo mod 10 equals 0. We'd like to do some sort of cast, right? For now, we'll just manually do this one. And we'll create something. And create a new template. Then we can add a bunch of stuff to it, like track target. What it's really going to do though, I think it would likely be a child of pair. It would likely be a child of projectile. It would have a sprite. It should probably have something like track target. I'm pretty sure even in typeable manager, in create, yeah, we like manually add the track target script, which is kind of ghetto. Could do something like that function no longer exists. Target entity, the tracking speed, track target on hit func, t.set position. You know what? We could have it create a homing projectile, and that's what this was. That's the whole thing. That's what the whole point of this was. Ultimately, I think we could copy all of this code. Once it reaches its position, it dies. Now, it doesn't make sense is that we could have just called the function create for creating the projectile. But I think we know what that's for now. Might be better to rename. Maybe we have everything too specific, then that's also bad design. But I just want to see if this is actually flames. So we're gonna bump up the scale. So we'll say entity.set local scale. We're gonna bump it up by like 20. We don't need this projectile manager stuff. We would like it. We don't need it to track a target. So how do we make ones that didn't track targets? Oh no, it is a I see, and I think I meant to have this changed too, so that it could track an entity or a position. But this is for a homing projectile. Could modify track target to have a target or a position. I'll change this to target position because it would be confusing. And then everywhere we had this dot target, we can replace it with goal position. And then when we say has reached target, we can say it again. Goal position equals 19, copy 36. And we can save this I just need to test that when you type, things still work. So it does mean that things are working. So we have target entity. So now, okay, now we can go into here and we can swap target position. And I just need to make sure that it can take that. And now it can take that. The target position is going to be this dot entity dot, well, the new pos that I want is just the current entity's position dot add, and we're just going to add a vector y of like 50 to it. And the speed is going to be, I don't know, 40 or 10. On hit, what would we like it to do? I'm pretty sure in the projectile manager, the on hit function, I'm pretty sure is death. And it should be that I'm pretty sure, well, how did they get destroyed then? We follow projectile. Maybe it's literally in projectile. Oh yeah, once you reach your target, then you pretty much get destroyed. I see. That's not gonna work long term, but we'll make it make sense later on. Then we have the script for track target, dscript.create tracking speed. Set position. So let's see if this works now. It says Z is not defined. I don't know where I got 0 for Z from. Something is wrong. on hit function isn't running. Create a projectile that rises that took single hit. On hit func. Even when you get the script and you're literally running the function on the script, not the instance of. Because this dot, I'm pretty sure if outside of here, I go and revert this back to then this would work. It doesn't work. Where did we go wrong? Do I literally need both of these? No, it doesn't work either way. Maybe my change is actually fine, and it's literally that it doesn't know that it's reached the position. So you can test this by just saying, when they get there, tell me if they reach the position. Right, so they're not even being, has reached target is not being seen. I'm gonna print the goal position. I feel like it's gonna work now. somehow it's not reaching the target position. It also might be that we need to I see. This dot target position. You say this dot get goal position. I think this might fix some of the problems. Or maybe not. Let me try this version. Oh, so we are reaching our value. It's just that this dot on hit function is not a function. So we are reaching it. However, the on hit function being attached to track target is literally not working. So we're passing in this on hit function, setting it as a property here. This we use it to create a homing projectile with the props. Then when we do the on hit function, we're saying entity script.get on hit function. Get a script instance. It says the instance is returned. The instance of the script. There are multiple track target scripts, so that should be giving us the instance. I mean, it does make sense, I think, because you wouldn't be able to access. That's kind of strange. You can't access the I'm pretty sure you can access it, but you have to do something ghetto-like. And it should just be what it was before. I guess it's just a messy thing though. So when you want something to be accessed outside of the script, you have to put it here, which means everything's accessible outside the script, which maybe isn't the best thing. So I'm gonna check where I'm using hit. I'm only using it in here. So I'm gonna keep hit in there. And this outside like so. And then I think this should work. There we go. And then now we can do what we were going to do on hit. It's a little confusing because at one level we're setting a property for a track target script which says on hit, but something that's tracking has no understanding of what on hit means. So it kind of feels like a projectile should have on hit. Which is a little bit nutty. Well, we'll deal with on hit later. Speed you want, or 5 or something. This feels like it's not working at all. Entity.set position. Wait a second. No, it was created. It should be created. It should be created at the start. And for example, let's not even give it. So I'm still getting nothing. Let me make sure this is being called. Yeah, so this isn't even being called. Anything mod 1 should give you a remainder of 0. I'm pretty sure. You do mod 1, you get 0. So I'm getting nothing right now. I wonder if something is wrong. If I put it in here, change this to console.log. So it looks like we're actually getting the thing happening now. Maybe it's right below me, or maybe it's just very small. If I take a projectile and then I set the scale to 20, it should be pretty big. Or I guess you don't. I don't need to set it in the Z at all. Well, where's this spellcaster sitting on? Sitting on the player. So it should be getting the player's position. Maybe we'll turn the tracking thing on. I don't understand. What if I cancel the local scale thing? Okay, my vector literally doesn't exist at all. Which is strange because you should be able to say this dot entity dot get position dot add. Oh, right, and it needs to be an actual vector. Oh boy. So seems like this was probably fine. Okay, so it does look like it's working. We'll change the tracking speed to 50. We'll bring the scale back up. There's no on hit function. And I'll remove the alert. Let's see if this. It's so slow, which is kind of funny actually. Maybe that's actually flames though. We'll bring this back up to 10. I'm messing up a lot actually. Wait, why does it look so normal sized now? Okay, now it's working. I think this could actually be pretty flames. Okay, this is actually pretty flames. So we could have we could have a few different ones here. There's a Jesus word in here. Okay, this might actually be saucy. This might actually be saucy. So, this could actually be really flames. I guess the whole point would be to try and get if I had a couple more. And we would just do it from top down. So this would be an else if combo. Or maybe people would want it to be... Or maybe they would all just be ifs, and I'm just gonna copy the code. We just start copying code. Maybe the goal here, and we'll just do some like 30. Replace this by 30, and then we'll bump the scale up to 35 here. Okay, now nothing's working. It's still really hard to see words. I feel like the base one would be activated so frequently that maybe we could just put etches in it. That way you would know when things are coming, but at the same time, it just feels like you can just type. And what is supposed to happen will happen. So maybe there's no point in even having it on the screen at all. Maybe the point that should just be there is when you're about to level. I also just had another idea. We could actually go the Vampire Survivor route if we added I think we would have to make the words smaller, or we have to figure out how to prevent the stacking. So we probably need some kind of word visualization algorithm that can place words as close as possible to their element while not having them bunch up like this. I think if we did that, then this would be like perfect. But I just realized how we could have another piece of dimensionality for the thing, since we don't have HP, words can just take a number of hits. They could take a number of hits that is cognizant of how many letters the word contains. That way you could kill enemies that you don't have to type. Oh my god, we're in the zone. We're in the zone. I have to dash, so I'm probably gonna stop here, but this is very interesting.